Weird how he's never done it with Stormzy.
Yeah, that is actually quite weird. He's probably one of the biggest names
I know.
in the UK scene.
I know.
Imagine Drake at fucking outside fucking John Lennon Airport just bopping on the submarine.
I know. Whole life was a bit English, yeah, I thought.
That whole sort of project was just an English project.
That's what I mean, yeah. But this is something else. This is like actual English.
These are just like sort of, because obviously he's bringing out a studio album.
That's the thing, though. He's repping off a whole new thing that Americans probably won't have heard of before, and he's making it. He's just making it like he's the only one doing it.
In America.
Do you know what I mean?
Hello and welcome to episode 3.
Hello and welcome to episode 3
of Idiots with Microphones. We have some exciting news for you today.
Yeah.
We recently have confirmed our first guest for this show. Me and Sam are super excited about this person coming on. Not going to give away too many hints.
No, definitely not. Keep that one close to our chest.
100%. Should be coming episode 5, episode 6, somewhere around there. Obviously, we're going to get a few more under our belt, but it is confirmed we shall have our first guest. And it is huge. It's
huge.
Brilliant. Smashed out of the park here.
Huge.
So we don't want to give too much away. But
no, definitely not.
Think, well, hopefully you will enjoy this guest just as much as we'll enjoy filming it and meeting the person. Should be so much fun. Should be really interesting and should help bring a different bit of an aspect to this to the podcast that you've seen within the first 4 to 5 episodes.
Definitely.
Just want to touch upon that. Make sure you're aware that we have got a guest soon, and we are stepping it up.
Stepping up the game, baby. It's like on your head sort of thing. Like
exactly.
Which is a shame.
But it's going to go through the disputes team as it's theft by a deceit. That's the name if someone tries to take advantage of you. So hopefully the disputes team sees that and it is sorted. But I'm pretty sure that's just going to have to be the end of that. We'll have to just move on.
Really?
Pretty confident that'll just have to be it.
And don't think you get anything through that, no?
I should hope so, but I mean, if the guy's cleared his account, you know what I'm saying, there's no money to get back. If he's taken it, put it in a Swiss bank or something, and then there's no way for me to access that money, and the bank's not gonna say, have our money. Do you know what I mean? That's not. It's not how they operate, which is disappointing, but it's life, isn't it? You know, it's only however much it is. It's not like a life-changing amount. It's like I've not got. Or I've not got what I
could have mugged or something as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Things could definitely worse. So what do you think about the success or not success in your opinion of the first 2 episodes?
Definitely a success, I think. Starting from just us two probably being subscribed to 22 subs as we're putting this out.
Basically famous.
I know.
22 subs.
No, but that's good. Good growth, I think.
I am super happy with I mean the first episode was shaky, but that's how
but it's going to be, isn't it? He's going to, do you know what I mean?
That's how things usually start. You know, you don't know you don't know what you're missing until you've done it and you see the final product and then you see the gaps of where you can improve. But as I said, I think things are improving. They're going well, getting better, getting more quality. The content's improving. And as I said, a huge guest. I cannot say this.
Huge,
big, very big guest on very soon. And as I said, we're super excited to film it. And,
super excited.
And meet this person, and hopefully you will be, and it'll be a great episode. But I don't want to give too much away.
I
don't want to be giving all our secrets away. No. What's our first story?
First story of the week. What do you reckon it is?
It's the first story of the week. It's got to be Togger, isn't it? It's got to be Togger. Starters.
So, Premier League leak. About how they think they're going to come back to business. What's your thoughts on that?
I hope.
Obviously, the general idea is all players isolated, all players get tested, all players stay away from the families till the season's completed.
Exactly. There's so many different variables they have to.
But that's basically like the gist of it, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
The overall plot of what.
Because it's still a plan. It's hardly like concrete. What they're going to do yet. Do you know what I mean? This is only a plan.
They've all agreed to meet and talk about it now. That's basically the first step. They've all said, we want to continue the season, so let's meet. But other than that, I don't think they've got too far. in terms of how they're going to do it, how many games a day, behind closed doors, at what stadiums, in like where is it, what time is it?
So I think they've said St George's Park. Do you know what that is?
Mm-mm.
Do you know, like, there's an England training ground with, like, God, guess how many pitches, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got all the hotels and that for the players. Do you know what I mean? That's why they're pushing it to be there, do you know what I mean?
So that everyone goes to one spot and that's like the limit of like...
And everyone can train there, do you know what I mean? It's perfect, really.
Yeah, and like, once you're there, once they've tested everyone, if everyone goes to the same spot and stays at the same spot for like 2 months, then it will all work fine. It should be safe.
Few games a day, most likely, the way it's looking.
Like 2 or 3, yeah. I mean, that would be sick. It'll be like a little Sunday league tournament.
It could, but I think what they're saying is we'll be back working, though, when they ask these to come back. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
What do you think about that? I'm not sure if we'll be back working anytime soon.
No, like the not high risk people will be back. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
So that's apparently like people are kicking off saying, "Can we not see our families?" and yada yada yada. Yet you go on to play football. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, need some perspective, but apparently that's what people haven't heard. Is like the other side of it is that it'll be like the whole country sort of moving back together to get, now we've flattened the curve or whatever.
You just got to make sure we take baby steps so we don't, make that.
No, yeah, definitely.
Because if we just come out and be like, yeah, everyone just fucking go back outside, it'll just be a mass. Like, it'll just repeat. It'll be even worse on a second time around. Just gotta.
I can see players getting it.
100%. I can see a lot of people getting it. I just hope,
because they said there's going to be another spike, isn't there? As soon as we're allowed back out, there's going to be another spike.
There has to be one. Otherwise, like, why wouldn't there be one? It's sort of one of them, isn't it? But do
you think the footballers will wear masks
in the games?
Yeah.
No,
there's no chance, surely.
Just unnecessary. They'll just be like, I don't know. It'll just feel weird. It'll stop the breathing properly. It'll just make them. It will just change the how sort of.
Yeah, it'd ruin it. Yeah.
Yeah, like they won't feel right, and then they won't obviously perform at their top level, in which they do on a normal game-to-game basis. You heard about what Gary Neville he has suggested for how this will operate?
Go on, explain.
He said we should take everyone to like a non-infected coronavirus country.
Who is a non-infected country though? It's not everyone infected yet.
I don't really know. I feel like he's going for more,
especially one that's like progressed enough to have the facilities.
Have enough,
like, surely they have got enough reports that someone's had it. Do you know what I mean? Like they've had a.
I don't think it's possible. Even if a place did exist that was like perfect, had all the facilities and wasn't infected.
Well, I do know that wasn't the baseball thinking about doing the same thing?
What, going over?
So the UFC has said about a private island. Yeah. But I think the baseball said the same thing. They were going to do something similar. And the NBA, isn't it Vegas or something?
Yeah, everyone wants to do that. But I mean, how? I
can't see the NBA coming back.
How sort of logistical that is. No, I don't think the NBA is going to be back. I don't even
know if the football should be back, to be honest. With all the pressure as well of like every other country now saying the league's done. I just think, because every other country, the government's come out and said all seasons are finished.
Yeah, like they.
But then no one can be angry at the Premier League if the government come out and say the league's done.
Because
it's not the Premier League's fault, but it's still in the Premier League's hands at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just doing
damned if they do, the damned if they don't at the moment. But
they're doing everything they can to make sure.
I think it's right to make them play.
I don't think you can make anyone play. I think if a player says I do not want to play, if the club try and make them play, then they should leave because they don't really respect their interests and their best health. Because if a player is 100%, I don't want to play this game.
I think in terms of contracts, because that's the thing, most players' contracts run out. And what's they after? When's the season usually end?
Yeah, like.
Although career mode, it's like end of May or something, isn't
it? Yeah.
Like 1st of June, early June. I think Pedro said like months ago that like he's not playing a game after his contract runs out.
He's just going to
for Chelsea. He's gone.
Yeah. That's it. See,
on the other hand, Willian said he'd play for free, so it's a weird one.
It just depends on what kind of player you are and where your sort of interest lies. Like if you just want to play football because you just want to play football, then you'll play with no games left in your contract and unpaid. But evidently Pedro doesn't care to play football as much as he cares to get paid $300,000 a week. So,
well, if he's going to another club, you can respect it, because why is he going to jeopardize go play those games, get injured,
or get
scenario, worst case scenario, career over. There's no way he's going on that move. Even if it's season over, I don't think the move would break down.
Because he's... How old is Pedro now?
I can find that out, though.
He's 30 going towards, isn't he?
He's on the older side.
Yeah,
but a long time in the Barcelona ranks, isn't he?
So many awards, Pedro.
Ooh, 32 years.
Damn. For someone...
He's got some jets on him for 32.
That's what I was saying. For someone who relies on...
I did not realise all these players are so old. He's the same age as Fabregas.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
Cesc Fabregas is only 32.
And Williams, 31.
Yeah, I knew that William was old, but I mean...
How old do you think Giroud is?
Pardon?
And then Giroud, how old do you think he is?
29.
Nah.
34.
33. Oh. How is he older than Fabregas?
Wait,
how is Giroud older than Fabregas?
Cesc Fabregas has been playing football forever.
Hello?
How is he only 32? I thought he was like 40 by now, me.
This is that thing, of like, Fabregas, you think, well, he's a pensioner, but he's just not.
Yeah,
he's a pensioner in football terms, but they're still young people.
He's still like a fit male, like still prime sort of fitness male. Just sort of gets...
Don't know what that happened, but fit.
I think all athletes just sort of get wrote off like, oh, they're old now.
No, yeah.
Old. But yeah. I mean...
Because it's just the way sports work, isn't it?
I know, like...
It's only like the golf and the... What other sports is it that like you can have old people really still competing?
I mean, in football you can have oldish, like in net especially, you can get like 40 plus.
No, but I mean like there's like literally like 60-year-olds still competing with like people my age in golf. Darts, of course, yeah, darts, of course.
Like, in fact, in darts, the older you get, the better.
Yeah, in darts, the older you get, the better you get, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. And same with snooker as well.
Which is weird because that's completely different to any other sports.
It's like, it's like its own.
It's the polar opposite, really.
Yeah, exactly. Not quite the polar opposite, because obviously you do get better with experience, but there's just a point where getting older starts to bring you back down the other side of the
Yeah, it's like there's no real downside to getting older in darts.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, you can, I don't know, physical ailments in terms of the arm, but
other than that, I mean, your elbow hurt.
No.
Not
really. Nothing really.
In tennis, yeah, your arms get fucked by your 30 by the time you get older.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen in darts.
No, not in darts, because it's not as hard. I mean, you're not you're not throwing a dart at 120 miles an hour.
Exactly.
You fucking...
Yeah. Most sports, though, later on in life, people aren't... Most professional sports at professional level ruin the body.
Yeah, mate, NFL. Let's not even talk
about
I know,
NFL. Yeah.
Let's not get into that, because that shit...
That's a whole nother...
I could do 1 hour about how fucking that sport should be stopped straight away.
You say that, though, but there's 20 other sports just that probably have the same rate of CT and...
Fighting.
Yeah, fighting.
You get your head caved.
It's probably worse in fighting.
It's worse in boxing because of the area of the glove. It just fucks you. Your head's just getting rattled.
So that's what knocked you out, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why knuckle fighting. Yeah, there's no knockouts.
Again, there's
a lot more. Actual burr knuckle fighting.
Like the fucking Irish BKB. We used to watch that in college all the time. Just bang the Irish BKB on. Just some random geezers just fucking throw.
Just watch Kimbo Slice in his back garden.
Mate, that was unbelievable.
You never see that these days, would you?
No.
Professional fighters just fighting in the backyard.
Mate, Kimbo Slice got banged in the UFC as well. He won a few fights, but then it's just you can be hard, but if you're not a black belt,
it's just your chin. You can't decide how strong your chin is.
I know. You don't get to pick how strong
the way it is.
I mean, you can train your neck so it doesn't get whipped as much and stuff like that.
But like that Tyson Fury one when he got knocked down by Wilder, you can't. That's something you'd never find out until you're in that exact moment.
He can't have trained, been like, "Hey, I can get up for this."
Exactly, and he'll never been in that situation in his life.
No, because he's an absolute world champion.
Exactly,
he does not get beat.
That's what they say as well about when we're on about CTE. It's the amount of sparring you do.
Yeah, I know.
That's what really does the damage, apparently, in like fighting sports.
I know that Tony Ferguson doesn't even spar.
Yeah, there's people that don't even spar now.
Even spar because he's like, I don't want to get fucked up. Well, he obviously used to spar.
Even to go as far as the link between, what is it now? What age is it that kids aren't allowed to head footballs?
Oh, mate, any
they're bringing that in.
Yeah, like when you're in,
like they're saying that links to Alzheimer's, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's getting a bit.
I used to butt everything.
Getting a bit soft, isn't it? To be honest,
the clothes it's soft. But yeah, no, it is, but it isn't. I understand it, but you can't stop, mate. If it's going in and I can get my head on it, my head's going on it.
Oh no, yeah, it's a bag of burr in a way.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like, oh, can't hit the ball.
Like I think it's like, think of some of the footballs we had going on.
Mate, them fucking leather mitre.
The ones that like the whole outside of it had gone and it was just fabric.
And it was like tear.
When that got wet, that was like a bloody medicine ball.
Oh.
If that got wet, it was game over. I think that's what can maybe do damage.
It's like
obviously these old-fashioned footballs from years and years and years and years ago.
Yeah, mate.
Those leather balls, they must have been heading.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I can't really compare the old gen of football to the new. It's such a different sport.
These balls are like flyaway balls now.
Mate, yeah.
If you ever get to feel a match ball now, it's literally the lightest thing ever.
And it's perfectly engineered to spin amazing and be like super aerodynamic. Whereas in the day, they used to just whack a bit of leather on a rubber band, volley it round, boys, have a good time.
That's what makes you sort of got to appreciate them more, isn't it?
See, yes and no, because at the same time, now you've got to be so good to even be anyone. Like back then, you could have been like one of the first to really get into the sport and then been great. Do you know what I mean? Because there wasn't as much competition.
Well, that's a cop-out excuse.
Mate, but you've got to look.
No, because think of the pitches they're playing on now. Like when you go back and there was people scoring worldies.
No. Yeah, but the
keepers shocking pitches.
Mate, have you seen clips of Pele? You just walk past people. They were shocking.
See, I was watching Maradona the other week and I said that. I said, no way he's getting through but you don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I feel like the Pele and Maradona is like the Messi Ronaldo of now, but I feel like the Messi Ronaldo now is so much better, in my opinion. Them two players are the best to ever played a sport. Yeah. Them two players are unbelievable. Different
like standpoints as well. Like Ronaldo is probably the best work rate maybe in sports that I've seen.
I'd say Cristiano Ronaldo.
Does he have a day off where he doesn't do sit-ups? That's what I want to ask.
That's what I'm saying. My guy is the greatest because he lives and breathes it. Lionel Messi just goes on pure talent.
That's the thing. He doesn't have to. He's the opposite. Like Ronaldo's got a lot of talent, but you can tell.
Time while we had a bit of an intermission.
Yep.
The one panel.
Technological error.
The one panel
is holding on for dear life.
It is holding on for dear life. Yeah, but as I was saying, back to like the Lionel Messi, he's just pure talent.
And it's not that Ronaldo isn't talented. It's like, what's that saying?
I don't know.
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Yeah, I haven't heard that, but yeah, that makes sense. I mean, obviously,
Ronaldo epitomises that because even everyone said he's always last man off the training pitch, everything.
And he's always just everything extra. Like he'll go to train and then after it, he'll go and do his own training with his own coach, and everyone else go home, fucking have a few chocolate bars, chill out with the fucking family. He'll go home and he'll do another 3 hours training. Then he'll eat the leanest meal by a world-class chef, and then he'll go and do his final workout the third one of the day. Or maybe
classiest thing as well, you've never seen him in like a scandal in like a nightclub or anything, have you?
Well, I mean, there was that one thing with the model.
No, the thing in like Vegas or whatever. Is that what you're on about?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, as in like...
Just in like general,
he's not like that idiot footballer. Do you know what I mean?
Like a fucking like someone like Kyle Walker who got a present to his house during lockdown.
See, I wouldn't say. I don't know. It's hard on Ronaldo because that Portugal thing that he did to us when who did they get sent off? Rooney. Do you remember?
Yeah,
and then when he winked at the camera,
mate, because he's class though, because he's just so good. There's nothing you can do. There is nothing you can do about it. He's too good. He's actually too good.
That's the thing. He's just the perfect shit. It's like Sergio Ramos. There's probably no footballer I hate more than Sergio Ramos.
But he's brilliant. I mean, you can't take it away from him.
He's class.
Sick. He's so sick. I would have him, but I don't like him.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it used to annoy me that he was in Team of the Year every year.
Every year,
just because I don't like him.
Then when Team of the Year was literally just Real Madrid and Barca with like one head maybe,
and then Thiago Silva.
Yeah, Real Madrid and Barca and Thiago Silva. Oh mate, it was like Casillas in goal, Ramos and Thiago Silva on the bench, PK and Puyol.
Marcelo.
Yeah, Marcelo, Dani Alves.
Who was right back?
Iniesta, Xavi, and then you'd have like Cesc Fabregas as well. Like
that was when it was that like shiny blue.
And Tiki-Taka was just being born. That was when like Iniesta was scored that. Then when they won 1-0 against Chelsea, he scored in the semi-final. That was naughty. That
I think so. Yeah.
That like yellowy orange kit.
That was when Spanish football was just on top, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, Spanish football was untouched.
When didn't they win the Euros back to back, or the Euros and the World Cup?
Same. World Cup,
yeah.
Unbelievable. Then
to be fair, you can't beat the World Cup, can you?
No, there's nothing.
Is there anything else in sport like the World Cup?
No.
There's nothing on that level of like
the Super Bowl's close.
No, but there's not, is there?
Nah, but in terms
World Cup is like the whole world.
The people in America, like the teams who like make it and like the whole city.
But that's the thing, like America doesn't have that thing of like we support our local teams, whereas in America people just support anyone.
They just
because the franchises just move around willy nilly.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like there's not that like attachment as like
you came up on a team that's trash, but you want that team to succeed.
And the NFL, there's no like championship. Do you know what I mean? There's no League One. There's no like your local team.
That's what I think is mad. It's like sort of bam, like the same with the NBA. I mean, they have the G League now, but it's like sort of like boom, one
that's
league.
That's not the same thing, is it?
No, nowhere near. But it's like they have one top league where it's full of teams that it's like a franchise vibe.
Just they have a completely different mindset to sports, I think. Because our league tables and stuff, theirs is nothing like that. They have just the league and then the playoffs. I think everything has the playoffs. It's probably because it's so good for like advertising on as well.
That's what I was saying. It's so
much. The league is just games. That's like they know they're gonna get everyone watching these 8 games of the playoffs. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's basically like,
and I love it.
But secure in the bag. It's like they like do a whole league basically just to get.
You watch NFL and there's like an advertiser for like the littlest thing on the show.
Like what?
Like Sky at halftime when they're on that machine or whatever, drawing circles and stuff.
Yeah,
they'll have like it's called like the Verizon report or something.
Oh yeah,
or the Amazon Prime report, and you're like, what? They're selling advertising just on that.
Yeah, they literally will advertise anything. It's like, let's hand it over to the desk for the sprint. It's like,
exactly.
Why? It's so unnecessary. Like, Sprint have paid you $1 million just to say the word sprint. Yeah. Like, they're wasting so much dough on shite advertising. No. But at the same time, it's not.
I forget where we were going with it, though. What were we saying before that?
Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Pele, bad footies, a lot.
Oh, no, World Cups.
Yeah, World Cups.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. Like, there's not that like
attachment.
Like when the World Cup's on, just think of like how special it is to watch. Because that's the thing. NFL, there's no World Cup.
I know how special it is.
Basketball,
there's no. Scored that free kick. I nearly cried. I was.
That's what I mean.
I was like, we're gonna be in the final, yeah.
But like, I mean, in terms of like species, like the fact that like 20 of the best footballers from like the top qualifying countries every 4 years goes and plays.
In terms of
like if you think of it from a bigger picture,
yeah,
like that's crazy, really.
I know what you say. In terms of like evolution,
it's like the Olympics, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's like sort of like pitting our best humans against our other best humans to get the best bunch of humans.
But it's different to the Olympics, and I think because of all the problems with the CT and stuff in bottom American football, they've got like half the people signing up to play for it now because your mum and dad just won't let you, or your mum won't let you.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
They have to stop that soon. The next 10 years, I reckon by the end of this decade, the NFL will almost be gone. Because in terms
I would say by the end of the decade, because it's about that hardcore fan shit just dropping off.
Yeah, obviously.
They just need to just do a rugby and just get rid of the pads.
I was going to say, as long as they get rid of the helmets and all these big pads, they'll be sound. Yeah. It's the helmets and the pads that are making it worse because they're not arsed. They can just run and dive at you straight with the head and they're not bothered.
And they'll go head to head.
Yeah, they'll just...
But you're not going to go head to head with someone
when you've not got a helmet on.
Exactly.
I know. And you go in around the legs. Like, mate, I don't understand NFL.
It's backwards thinking. It's like, it's more safe in terms of like, yeah, you're not going to dislocate your shoulder. But yeah,
you're probably going to steamroll the shit out of someone at exactly. Speed. Because
they are doing things like now you can't, like the quarterbacks, obviously they're unprotected, aren't they? And they wear less protective gear because they have to like, make throws and stuff.
Yeah.
So you can't like land on top of someone now. So when you tackle the quarterback for a sack, you sort of have to like land next to them. Yeah. So you can get a personal foul for that.
Yeah, I think
you go head. If there's deliberate head to head, you'll be ejected from the game probably.
Yeah. I think. I mean, my statement about by the end of the decade, that's if they don't make changes to how it is.
No,
if they change it and they make it safer, then it can last for as long as it would any other sport because it is a good sport. But they need to just make sure it's.
But I can see football being the next big American thing.
Football's massive.
Actual football.
Yeah, soccer. Football is huge. It is 100%, and they need to make it a bigger sport because it'll make the sport itself massive.
Like when
American market, yeah. Hence all the low salaries in the MLS. It's like, I mean, it's not low. Still can earn like 10 grand a week. It isn't bad, but it's like nowhere near the level of the Premier League.
I know.
Nowhere near the level of.
But there's no interest. There's no interest. But there's not going to be if it's whack. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's like
I don't watch netball because it's probably rubbish. You don't watch English basketball because it's probably rubbish.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not, and it's like a catch-22. It's like, in order to pay them more, they need more viewers.
Yeah,
they need better players, but they can't get better players because they don't get paid enough. It's like I know. So, you heard about the American women's football team?
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, we were on about before.
Bitches
Lost the court case the other day, was it?
It didn't even go to court.
No, it did. It did.
Oh well, not really fully though.
No, not fully, but things really do these days. So they wanted 28 players.
Yeah. From
the women's football team wanted £66 million in compensation.
For what?
Well, $1 million because they've not been paid the same as.
What they shouldn't.
Apparently. Right. So that's 2.3 million each.
Yeah, I'm listening.
But personally, right, how do you stand on this? Because I don't think you should get paid for playing for the national team.
No, I think it should be pride.
I know.
England don't get paid for paying for the national team.
Like, if you're paying for, all right, maybe women's, not even women's soccer in America, but like, maybe if it was like Ghana and they had to pay for the players to like go to the place and stuff, that's fine.
Yeah. Like, the club should cover expenses, but you shouldn't get paid a wage to go and play for your own country. You should be like, I want to do this for any amount or for any time because...
That's the problem. You see how much grassroots football is struggling in this country. How many games as a kid was there no pitch because it was called off?
Yeah, I know.
And now we've got one pitch in our town that can play in any weather.
It's not.
All this money they're paying to play these players, wasting on stuff like that.
I know.
Why couldn't they just save that money and build a 3G pitch in most places in England? This is why there's a problem with young English players coming through.
I mean, there's quite a lot now, in all fairness, like coming at this particular moment.
Particular time.
Which is like a sort of bad taste to say it, but I know what you're saying. It's like they're not like investing in the new wave of football.
There's just no investment in grassroots. There's no investment in it.
No, not at all. Like all you ever hear if you're at your local team with the coach is like, we don't have the money for this. Like, yeah, we need.
Like you have to pay for the refs and everything.
I know. Like,
why can't the refs just be paid for by the FA?
Like, I understand it's not like an organisation with like infinite money, but when you're paying like Alexis Sanchez 300 grand a week to do fuck all, Like if you gave us that amount of money, like you could redo the whole fucking town that you live in with that amount of millions.
I mean,
definitely make a 4G pitch.
If ever had a 4G pitch,
mate,
we'd have just been better at football.
I know, damn.
That's facts.
So much talent. Like, imagine how many kids are.
And even if it's one person that they miss out on, that could be like Rooney.
That could be the next Lionel Messi, bro.
And I know you can say, "Oh no," but they would have been picked up. But that's what it's like in football. There's so many hard luck stories where everyone will know a player that's like, "Oh yeah, he could have probably played professional."
He could have made it. Yeah.
But they never got the chance.
At our school, we had a few people that could have probably gone there.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like, but just ended up not really.
But like, how can you have it where games are getting called off up and down the country?
And then
because it'd be for like a couple of months during that bad part of the winter.
Like over the whole winter period, it'd be like, yeah,
it'd be like right,
end of the season, we need to play
winter
another
break on it,
games,
literally.
Like,
and then you had to pay about 20 games at the end of the season.
Yeah, it was
no way you're ever going to get that done. Do you know what I mean?
And you have no idea.
Playing on like Thursday nights after school.
You have no idea like where
random parks in Wigan.
Because you just oh yeah, we're like 8 games behind the team in first, but we have 14 games in hand. It's like what?
I know, yeah.
I have no idea where we are because every team's played 6 more games than us.
Exactly.
So personally, for me, even if international not, I just think that you can't sort of justify getting paid the same amount as a men's football sport.
No.
When
the actual conclusion that they found was the women's team has been paid more on both cumulative and average per game basis than the men's team.
But yet they still find a way to complain.
I know.
Why are you complaining?
They're getting paid more.
Complaining about? It's because they don't see these big millions and massive figures.
It's just Rapinoe. Megan Rapinoe is the devil.
Yeah.
She's the American devil.
It is Rapinoe.
When you think of like an American like social justice warrior, you just think Megan Rapinoe, don't you?
It's just so frustrating. Like, you don't bring in the same ad revenue as a male footballer.
Yeah, I know.
And that isn't because you can't play football. Like, you are a baller, mate.
I know.
I'm not taking anything away from your talent or your skill or your work ethic. You just don't bring as many viewers. Therefore, you don't bring as many sponsorships and as much.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't get a bigger share of the pie because
someone said on Twitter,
the pie's smaller.
It's like a man getting his tits out and wanting the same amount of money that a woman gets for getting their tits out. I know that's a raw way to look at it,
but it's true though.
But it's the same. It's the same inequality in a different field.
It's the same inequality anyway. A bird could walk over and slap my ass, and then I'd be like, "Sound, I'm not even bothered." If I slap her ass, boom, sexual assault. I'm going.
Oh no! The one thing that annoys me about that is when you see probably like Amanda Holden on Britain's Got Talent telling the man to like take his top off and get his six-pack out.
Yeah, and like, oh, I'm like,
and you're thinking if this was even the other way around.
Imagine though. It's because they just
and you know what was even worse when we had a works party the other Christmas or whatever. This old woman just squeezed Jake's ass.
And they don't think about it.
But imagine if that was an older man squeezing a young girl's ass at a Christmas party.
She would scream, right?
Exactly.
And fair enough.
Yeah, I know.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And
I'm not saying it's like, put her in the cell and throw away the key.
But I'm saying, think about your actions towards men.
She needs to know that that's not okay.
I know. But people don't. They think, oh, nah, you're a man. It's not a problem. All right, Sam, you're a bird. It's not a problem. It is a problem. But it's just, some things are unequal in life. And I don't.
Yeah, life's not fair.
I'm not in for that. And I'm not in for men over women. I think everything should be split and everything should be the same because there's no reason why it shouldn't be. But, like, a woman wants some things to be equal and then other things to not be equal.
I know, yeah.
It's like, I'm game to everything to be equal because I'm not part of that generation that made that manpower sort of vibe.
Exactly.
So I'm all for it. But don't ask for equal in one aspect and then come and slap my ass and then expect me to not. Just too many things. And then it's like, even if you're just playing around with your girlfriend or something and they like give you a little slap or like
that was the exact thought train I was on.
And then you give them like a little push on the bed or something and they're like,
I know, yeah.
What? Don't fucking slap me then.
No, but not even that. Say like you're in the nightclub and some woman just comes up and starts beating on you.
And then
you're in a lose-lose situation.
No, yeah.
No matter what you do, you're in a lose-lose situation.
Because you get banged by a bird.
What you have to do as someone our age in this set, you just have to take the beating.
Or just like hold.
You cannot. Your life is nearly over if you just start beating on her.
No, but
I'm not saying go around beat women. I'm not saying that. But if someone's literally like beating on you,
then you've got to swing back. Yeah, you've got to. It's just.
Or even if you haven't got to, if someone does it, they shouldn't be ridiculed for it. No. Like it's a natural instinct to just.
Obviously, if you went over and then you started it first, that's a different vibe.
That's a different game. Or if like you're beating your wife or something like that. But I'm not on about that. I'm on about
this like one kind of specific case.
Yeah.
And I know
everyone's had it where it's just like.
I've had it before. I was in English in like year 8. Here's a perfect example. I was in English in like year 8, so I was super young. This is, as I said, like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
And Cara Kennedy, do you remember Cara Kennedy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cara Kennedy grabbed my hair and was like dragging me around because I like said something, probably a reason why she did it. But if I turned around and slapped her back because she was pulling my hair and like swinging at me and like giving it all beans, and in all fairness, as a kid, that did hurt, you know.
Yeah.
So full on dragging me around in RE. But if I did anything back, that would have been the end of my of my everything. I just left it, and then like a few hours later, she came back. She said, "Sorry, like I was angry. You wound me up," and I said, "All right, I'm sorry for winding you up," and that was it. But
girls just are a different breed, I think.
They are, and again. It's hard to say because now we look like absolute haters, but we aren't. It's
we're not saying that.
I know.
There's just girls that think they're untouchable.
Yeah.
Whereas lads, there's no way a lad can be that untouchable.
No, because a girl's always got the power.
Because a lad can always just turn around and flatten another lad.
There it is.
There it is, baby.
There it is, boy.
There it is, baby.
I just felt the hair go.
I know, I saw it.
Breathe past me. There it is. I feel like
better get one ready to fall off on the next episode.
I have to make one purposely.
What was I saying? That's why lads like if a lad falls out of another lad in that same week, there's no way they're still like aggy at each other, really.
Nah, unless it's starting super serious.
Yeah, but like between mates, yeah. It's over a bird.
If it's over a bird, then it's a whole different vibe.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy. It is crazy to be a part of in this new sort of generation. I think it's gonna go.
We are the blessed generation, though.
Yeah,
we are the last blessed generation. Last SATs, last GCSEs,
last A levels.
I did BTEC in college, and that was the last one without exams.
Bro, we are so blessed. Like we're on that cusp where
the only one we missed out on was tuition fees at uni, but we'll let it slide. Because these new GCSEs sound hard compared to what I did.
Yeah.
Bro, no 50% pass. No 50% B's in science for that.
Yeah, it's like fucking 90% C's. But like we were the last generation to know what life was like.
No phones and everything. That's
what I mean. So we were the last people to understand what life was like with like no phones, minimal laptops.
But then we're still like
educated enough with the new vibe to understand it more than the kids. We're between that 1998, 2003. That's where the like elite generation were born.
Yeah,
100%, and we fall lovely into that where we got that sort of childhood memory, going out with your friends, sort of vibe, like
just going out and actually playing out in the street,
and going on to
no one
friends.
Plays out in the street anymore.
That's what
I've not seen a kid play out in the street ever. Whereas every night I was out playing football.
Or if I do, they're like holding an iPad and fucking it's filthy.
Yeah,
more done.
They're doing TikToks in the street.
Yeah, it's like what.
That's what I mean.
Crazy shit, and like all like the hanging around the shop at like 11, telling you to fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, bro, chill out, mate. Chill out, mate.
I know.
Yeah, man. They were not.
But you sort of understand it in some ways, don't you? Because you look at kids and you think back to when you were in high school. You have a completely different mindset, don't you?
Yeah, life is so much.
It's probably because of like all the hormones and everything. Your just head is all over the place.
Yeah, your head was all over the gaff. I didn't become normal, I would say. I mean, what is normal? But I didn't become sort of normal until like year 10, probably. I was weird until then. Like, didn't know what was going on. Didn't know what I wanted.
Probably about year 10, yeah, same like you.
The same. It was like that.
It's just where you've actually like developed into like a character. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get your own character.
You get your own vibe.
Whereas in like year 7 to like year
you're just trying to be with
9,
the popular kids.
Everyone's like trying to be the same. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone's trying to be that.
You have that, but that's just like the English high school mentality, I think.
Yeah.
Of like, everyone wants 110s or whatever, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's only an example.
When I went over to America, it was just like super supportive. Like everyone over there, like if you do something, they're all like, yeah, that's sick.
It's just weird in America, mate.
It is a different vibe. They're just weird people, though. I don't really fuck.
And like they have like bands and that. That's the thing. Like they have like marching bands, but you'd never get anyone in England to do that.
Nah, because it could just be like, whoa, bro, nah, that can't really.
Exactly. But they just do it to like try and get into college or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
I'm going marching band practice, boys. I'm going offline. I'll see you later. You'd be like, nah, get the fuck out of here.
I don't think there's a better place to have a childhood than here.
I love it, mate. I love it.
Obviously, there's parts in England where I wouldn't want to grow up, but
yeah, but that's the same anywhere, really. Isn't
yeah.
It? But it's just look like where are you born and what do you end up being surrounded around?
Yeah.
But
what did he say?
You can you are in control of your own.
You're a creation of your environment, aren't you? So that's why when people say like,
I'm a firm
naughty kids and stuff, it's not really their fault.
It's a cycle, yeah.
Yeah. It's like what's going on at home. Like what's going on at home is making that happen. So it's like it's a weird one.
It is, but I also firmly believe that you can make your own sort of destiny. Like,
oh yeah,
personally, I don't know. It's just you can be in control. Like once you get to an age, like if you go down the right path early enough and you have your head screwed on, you can get out of whatever kind of situation you're in. 100%.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Get to where you want to be, and I think our generation is very believing of that. I think the older people that I speak to are sort of like they never left their town, like they still live where they grew up.
Yeah.
Whereas
we're the ones with like, our age is like, because we know about these places.
So we want to experience them.
Like we're not relying on news. That's it. That's all we know about the rest of the world, just the news.
Like think about when my mum was born in like the 60s.
But like Google images, like Earth even. We can view any street basically
anywhere
in the world.
We want. Like Microsoft AI, have you seen that? You can go like VR through all like
that's the what I mean.
And that. It's like sick shit.
But this is the thing, when these technologies come out, we're always just like, yeah.
And yeah,
whereas like people even 10 years ago, there weren't even smartphones like 10 years ago.
Look at the iPhone 3 and then look at me, mine's smashed.
Exactly.
And then look at this bad boy of an iPhone. It's
like if you've shown an iPhone to someone in like the 1920s,
they would lock you up straight away for sorcery.
That's better than a flying car. I don't care.
It is. Mate, flying cars are useless. Why does a car need to fly?
No, but that's the thing about the future, that you cannot see the future.
Because you don't know what we'll need.
So when they were making predictions about what's going to be around and what they're going to come up with in the future, you just can't see.
And all they could possibly think of was what they already had, which was a car, and thought, oh, they might make it fly.
Exactly.
So they couldn't have actually predicted a glass thing that you touch.
Exactly.
And do everything you want off.
It's got a torch on, GPS.
Mate, they had individual things for everything this can do. And more. Well,
isn't it like the computer that was in one of the Apollo missions, like on the same one of the first iPhones or something?
Yeah, it's like the
same amount of like computer,
sort of like processing power.
Yeah,
processing power. Like it's like it was like a whole room of like thousands of computers, and now you could do it on like a fucking MacBook.
Well, like computers used to be massive. I don't get how people were interested in computers like when they were that boring.
No.
Yeah. I'm lucky that I wasn't in that position, because I would just gone, I can't be asked this.
That's why they couldn't have seen it coming.
But like,
I know. It's unbelievable. It actually is unbelievable.
Even like FaceTime. Like you can have a face-to-face conversation with anyone in the world.
From anywhere. From
anywhere in the world, as long as you got connection.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, have you seen there's a clip of a woman in like the Philippines or some like rural area over in Asia, and someone takes a photo of her on an iPhone and like shows her and she's like, what? And she's shocked. I'm like, because she's obviously never seen like something that amazing. Like you just click it and there's a picture of you, love.
She's just like the kids in all those like sporting relief documentaries, and they're always like, cameras just mad in it. Do you know what I mean?
Like all of them just staring. Like, oh my
how,
god, what is this?
How often have they even seen a mirror?
That's what I'm saying.
Some of
How
these
often do they
places.
see themselves?
And we don't even think about that.
No.
We look in that mirror every day.
Every morning and just do our teeth with running cold water.
Exactly.
It's crazy how different the world is, but it's all the same world. Like you could go to two different parts and you wouldn't even know you're on the same planet.
I know, yeah.
And
I know.
that's what I said in the last episode, that you only live in your world, really.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people our age are trying to do. They're trying to get out of that, and they want to live in the bigger picture and experience all these things. And that's I just think that's the best way to live. I think that's the best thing.
It's a good time to have come up, isn't it, really?
It is. It's great because
the general knowledge is probably on an all-time high, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In our generation.
It's just our generation. It's just unbelievable. I'm like, it's not even being unfair, really. Because all the kids after us, like 2004 onwards, just only know Fortnite. That's all they know. I'm not even joking. They like literally know Fortnite.
At Epiphany, though. They're going to be like comparing Fortnite to like how we compared like COD, MW2 and that.
Oh my, that's weird. We said that at the same time. MW2, unparalleled. Nah, Advanced Warfare.
That's just not fair. Like, yeah, Fortnite was a good game at first.
At first, until it got super optimized.
Yeah.
And you shoot one person and there's a fucking Coliseum in front of you and you're like...
I'm like, yeah, it's a good game, but those CODs and that, they were undefeated.
That was when gaming was...
That was different type of gaming, though, wasn't it? That's what I mean.
Yeah, like
gaming has changed. No, it's not the same.
Gaming is just online fucking crates. Just crate.
Yeah.
Give me your money.
Money.
It's like...
Especially, yeah.
Game is free. All right, sound, yeah, the game's free. Install it. But if you want to look sick like everyone else wants to look sick, give me fucking 50 quid.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like Fortnite with the battle.
Sad, innit?
Getting £8 from every player every month. Dole, bro.
It's like mobile games. They're the exact same.
Yeah, mobile games are horrible because it's like wait 20 hours for your fucking den to build or buy a gem for a $5 and live it. You're like, fuck it, I'm spending a $5. Deck's the worst with that, isn't he?
Oh, I know, yeah.
He loves the online purchases in. Like shark cards.
Shark cards.
Yeah,
shark cards. Boom beats a lot, to be honest.
I think I think Ben spent like over £300 like the other month on shark cards or something. Or like at least on Xbox gear. Anyway, it was either Deck or Ben, but they spent a lot though.
That's mad. I could not do that.
No, I mean I have. Like it's not.
Yeah, I have, but
I have. Like back in the day,
then you
like a little £5 pack on FIFA on like your mum's card.
Exactly.
Like I hope she doesn't know. And then like 3 weeks later, the door would slam open. You're like, what's this Xbox Live payment? Microsoft, £20. What's happened? You're like, I don't know, Mum.
You've been hacked.
You're like, I don't know. I just pressed OK. I didn't know it was your card. You knew full well what you
did. I know.
Like, I'm fucking getting a team of the year in this pack, boys. And you just open a 100k pack on your mum's card.
And you get no one in packs.
Oh, mate. What Liam Boyle did, though. Do you remember Liam Boyle's pack look?
And Leon Orton. He got Ronaldo team of the year every year. Every year. He got like one of the big players every year, team of the year.
And then that like sets you up. Then you just sell them, and then
exactly.
Hey, Jamie got David Seaman. Do you remember that? He was like, hey,
yeah, he was like, was that the first legend that anyone was packed?
He was like, who's the Seaman guy? I've never heard of this Seaman guy. And everyone was like, David Seaman. He was like, oh yeah, he's like 500k. So
I forget what's someone said. I saw a tweet the other week saying, I call my dick Ronaldinho. Because it can love Seaman 40 yards. I thought that was a good tweet.
Free kick that though, wasn't it?
I know, yeah.
That one that is referring to there. If anyone's not seen that free kick, by the way, and don't know what we're on about,
yeah, definitely give that a Google.
Ronaldinho free kick against David Seaman. That is absolutely disgusting. That goal, probably one of the best goals ever scored.
It's just England, isn't it? We are a bit the joke artists, aren't we? Really.
What in terms of
footy?
Yeah.
On an international level.
Yeah, 100%.
As hard as it is to admit.
Yeah, I was watching an interview with Jimmy Carragher before, and he said no one ever really performed well, like in terms of the squad I played with. We always sort of bottled it at every World Cup, and it's true. It is true. Like players.
That's why football's like undefeated though, because like your culture actually matters. Yeah. In terms of like your team's philosophy of how
how they operate.
Like Germany on penalties. The manager would tell them what goal to put it in, you know.
Yeah, it's like you go there, like don't.
So then it's not. So if you put it there and the keeper saves it, It's not your fault. So.
Exactly, and then you don't.
And they had the mentality of, I'm not going to miss.
I know.
Whereas England has always been,
shit, I'm going to miss.
Penalties, see you later.
But then we beat Colombia.
That's why when we got Colombia on pens, everyone was like, here we go again.
I was in Wales.
Here we go again.
Were you there?
I was in Spain at the time.
Oh, I was in Wales. Jamie, someone else, and when that final pen went in, my hands were like red because I was screaming. Unbelievable.
Sure, it was Eric.
I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about these pens, mate. That was the best summer. We should have won. Don't even get me started. We would have backed France. France didn't stand the chance in that final. They were getting slapped up. Pogba was getting slapped on the ass.
We had the momentum that year that if it was going to be like a year where we won it like by surprise, like it felt like it was that year.
I know it did.
Like everyone slept on England team, and then when we made a bit of a run, beating Panama 5-0. What?
Hey, yeah, we won every single qualifier for this for this Euros by 5 goals or more. You know.
That's what I mean. You watch England now, and you're just like,
because
this is a saucy team.
Is unbelievable. Hang on, your default microphone has changed. I think my mic's just swapped out.
Yeah, it has. Idiots with microphones. Oh, one idiot with a microphone.
Don't know how to use microphones.
Yeah. You edited your mic?
What?
You sound like Darth Vader or something. I'm not even messing.
Shit. Do we really sound that bad?
You sound dead deep.
Hello.
You sound like Emil Heskey. Honestly, you might have to plug your mic in again or something.
Does it sound all right now?
No, I can't take you serious on that either. It's real tech high definition audio, that's the mic. When people put like voice editors on and they sound like deep.
Yeah, so do like the prank calls and shit.
Yeah, that's what you sound like. From the dead.
Me and Sam were just going over what we were talking about. And we've sort of lost track of where we are, but we know it is getting a little bit longer now.
Yeah, I know.
So under the hour mark, because no one wants to sit around for this amount of time, really.
Yeah.
I know I get bored.
Listening to two idiots.
Obviously, I get bored when I'm sort of listening to like interesting podcasts, like after an hour, I'll sort of dip onto something else. So, yeah, I mean, we'll finish up right now. We have guests coming soon.
Big guests coming soon.
This episode number 3. Let us know what you think about the episode down below. Yeah. Make sure to drop a like 100% for the YouTube algorithm. Help us get boosted up there. Make sure you drop a sub as well. Much appreciated. Thank you for
See you in the next one.
Microphone. See you in the next one, boys.